Hi, I'm Dennis Phillips, and welcome to Everyday Reloading and Shooting. So I went back and looked at a number of previous targets where we were shooting CFE223 with 55 grain bullets, and I found loads at 25 and a half, 26.1, 26.7, 26.1 that performed very well. And so I averaged those out, and 26.1 had the best average with 0.67 extreme spread and a 0.57 best 4 out of 5, and 26.1 had the best grouping. So that's what I used for those targets today. All right, so I'm going to be loading 50 rounds, 25 each of 55 Vmax and 55 grain full metal jacket with CFE223 powder. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to separate these cases by weight. The reason for that is the outside dimensions of the cases are all the same. So if there's a difference in the weight, that would mean that there's a difference in the thickness of the case. Therefore, there would be a difference in the internal volume. So by separating these by weight, you gain more consistency in your loads. What's interesting here is that the majority of these ranged between 92 and maybe 93 and a half grains. This is a ball powder, so it measures very consistently. So I've got this to where it drops 26.1 grains every time. So I can dispense these directly into the bullet case, and I'll check about every 10th one to make sure that it's still on target, and it is. I just dropped 5, so let's check another one. Close enough. Okay, so all of our cases have been primed with Winchester 41 primers. So now we're going to do a visual inspection to make sure we haven't missed any. And we've loaded 26.1 grains of CFE223 powder, and we'll be seeding 25 55 grain Vmax and 25 55 grain full metal jacket bullets. All right, welcome back. Today I'm shooting 50 rounds of 55 grain bullets. I have 25 rounds of 55 grain full metal jackets, and I have 25 rounds of Hornady 55 grain Vmax bullets. The 55 grain full metal jacket bullets that I'm shooting you can find these at bobsbullets.com. There's a link to a video below from Johnny's Reloading Bench in which he tested these and was very pleased. These you can buy at bobsbullets.com or 223bulkbullets.com, and you can get these, if you buy 1,000 more, you can get them for around 12 cents a piece. They're very accurate, and I'll be shooting these with 26.1 grains of CFE223 powder. This particular load has worked well with 55 grain bullets in the past. I'll be shooting these at 100 yards. You're welcome to enjoy the music while I fast forward through my shooting, or you can skip forward to the results at the end. All right, there we go. Let's bring them in, take a look, and see how we did. All right, we're going to have to measure these. The groups look somewhat similar, kind of scattered, a little tighter. This was, well, I did fire 5 warming shots before I started this. So by comparison, it looks like the Vmax was a little better here. The 55 FMJ was a little better here, better here, better here, and better here. So we will take these home, measure them, and see how they compare. We're shooting the same charge weight with all of these at 26.1 grains of CFE223. That should be 3,000 feet per second in velocity. So we will see when we get home. Stay tuned. Okay, we're doing a comparison here between Bob's bullets, which is a 55 grain full metal jacket bullet, and Hornady's 55 grain Vmax bullet. Here's a picture where you can see the two side by side in comparison. But I expected the Hornady bullets to perform better. The Bob's bullets, you can buy those in bulk, I think I've mentioned, for about 12 cents a piece if you buy 1,000 or more. And these group really well. And take a look at Johnny's reloading bench at the video that he posted about Bob's bullets below. He's a big believer in these, and you can find them at bobsbullets.com or at 223bulkbullets.com, either of those sites. But we shot 10 5-shot groups, 5 each, 5 with the 55 grain full metal jacket from Bob's bullets, and 55 and 5 with the 55 grain Vmax. And so here's how we compare. We had, these were all at the same charge weight of 26.1 grains of CFE223 powder, which produces a 3,000 foot velocity with Winchester 41 primers and once fired brass. So I'll just read across the extreme spreads of 131, 1 inch, 0.95, 0.68, and 0.78 inches. That was your extreme spread, and those average 0.94. I always like to look at the best 4 out of 5 because to me that gives you a better indication of how the rifle shoots, because the shooter is going to make errors. They're going to have flyers from time to time. And mostly, but not always, I think the best 4 out of 5 gives you some good information to go on when you're looking at other loads. But those were at 107, 84, 86, 57, and 65. So we had average best 4 out of 5 at 0.80 inches. On the Vmax bullets, we had extreme spreads of 108, 144, 159. Look at that. That's 1.5 inches. 89 and 160. So we had 3 groups at 1.5 inches, 1 just over, and only 1 group under 1 inch. And then for the best 4 out of 5, we were at 85, 87, 137, 73, and 98. So we had a extreme spread average of 1.32 and a best 4 out of 5 at 0.96. So when you compare the two with Bob's bullets at 0.94 extreme spread and 0.80 best 4 out of 5 versus 132 and 96, you see that they group 38/100ths of an inch tighter. That's almost 4/10ths of an inch tighter than the more expensive Hornady bullets. And the best 4 out of 5 grouped at 16/100ths of an inch, almost 2/10ths of an inch tighter than the more expensive Hornady bullets. So if you haven't tried them, check out 223bullets.com, Bob's Bullets. I think you'll be very pleased with their product. Thanks for watching. So if you have any ideas or thoughts about this video, please feel free to leave a comment below. Or if there's anything that you would like to see in the future, please let me know that. I always try to interact with everyone who comments. And I hope that you will like and share this with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.